is up, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will be reacting to the Haters Guide to the 2024 NASCAR playoffs. As soon as I mentioned to people that I didn't understand playoffs, like a lot of people, and especially that it's my first full season in NASCAR, everyone was quick to request all of these videos, and this one's come out recently, so I thought I'd do it first. So I'm excited to get into it. I feel like my brain is going to go into overload getting all of this information, but I'm excited. So before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe. Over half of you that watch my videos aren't subscribed. Just hit the bell, it takes 2 seconds, and if you'd like to become a member on this channel and receive exclusive perks, you can also do that by hitting the join button down below. 6 months ago,
doubling down, but fuck it. I don't think Kyle Busch is going to come anywhere close to where he did last year.
Oh, okay.
Greatest teams in NASCAR history, I don't think they have the pieces to give Kyle what he needs.
Bruh.
Now,
look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No.
I have to laugh. All we talk about in the streams is how he just has such bad luck. And he's proven right this season. I feel bad for him. Jesus Christ, everybody had a lot of faith in him.
Last year, old KB was in for quite the kerfuffle come 2024. And now, what was once thought borderline impossible has been realized and then some. Not only will he be finishing sub-16th in the points, but could very well see his first winless season in the Cup Series.
Oh,
what a time to be alive. And
what a time to be alive.
Get in. I mean, could you imagine a sub-30th place team making the playoffs?
Harrison Burton wins in Daytona!
Yeah, about that. Okay, Tyler
Starting
Reddick.
off with the teams that actually deserve to be here, 2311 Racing. In just their third year of being a two-car operation, that second car has found itself at the top, officially crowned as the 2024 regular season champion.
Yeah.
Sure, it hasn't been built on wins so much as many more second-place finishes, but it just goes to show that even
Not the, I just realized Mario Kart is playing in the background.
last year that Tyler Reddick could be a sleeper pick. Now, he might be the favorite, provided he takes some Tums before the next race.
I was going to say, all I think about with Tyler Reddick now is how not last race, but the race before, he was literally throwing up in the cart.
And year out. I mean, the dude missed out on an entire race, an entire weekend's worth of points, and still only finished 1 point back.
Well, they just announced that he's going to be attempting the double again next year. They announced that last night, so I'm excited for that.
With the top seed and a 35-point cushion to boot, he can afford to dial it back a bit, but if there's one thing we know about Kyle, that's not really his style.
Yeah.
Thank
Chase Elliott.
God NASCAR's real golden boy found victory again. I thought we were slipping back into the dark ages like we did with Dale Jr. With one more win to honor the Underbird before whatever the hell is happening with Hooters now, Chase Elliott is back in the NASCAR playoffs. He's had himself a solid season, though compared to last year, just keeping his leg intact and suppressing the urge to commit vehicular manslaughter is good enough.
God.
And now he has a chance to win his second championship. One area where he's noticeably lacking, however, is in wins. I mean, when was the last time someone had one win at this point and still won the championship? Oh, last year? Shit.
Yeah. Blaney.
Speaking of that one-win wonder, Ryan Blaney,
Yeah.
welcome to title defense. The past
Is he going to get his second title here?
You know, after last season, I had high hopes for Billy Byron. He came out guns ablaze, he went through guns ablaze, he wrapped things up guns ablaze, minus the final 101 laps, and this year seemed to be no different. In the first 8 races, he won Daytona, dominated COTA, and spearheaded a memorable...
I was going to say, he was close to getting the championship last season, wasn't he? I only know that because I watched the Netflix series.
enough to keep himself in the hunt. He's also had 3 DNFs in the past 5 weeks. Not exactly...
3 DNFs in the past 5 weeks.
It's hard to believe we have to go this far just to find a Gibbs car, though it makes sense that the first would be the 20. While his teammates have wavered, Christopher Bell has quietly been the only thing even keeping Joe Gibbs in the talk for a title, keeping the team's 10-for-10 streak of Championship 4 appearances alive and well. Can the baby-faced assassin make it 11? Only time can tell, but if he does, hopefully this year's trip to Phoenix...
I have no idea who's gonna. I can't even give you a prediction. Like, I have no idea where this is gonna go and who's gonna get the championship.
It was a cathartic win to be sure, but 4 months is a long time. With his teammate missing out on the
Yeah, that's like half a season. 4 months.
confidence this time around. Maybe they'll let him drive the convertible? Probably has less drag.
It's our year. I just feel like we've got it all put together.
If there's one thing I'm sure on this season, it's that Denny Hamlin will not get a championship. I just have no faith. Especially every year, he's like, this is our year. It's like Ferrari going, it's our year. No. Me going into F1 every season going, this is Ferrari's year. No, that's the energy that Denny gives me. He's like, yep, it's our year. Are you sure about that?
But as of right now, I continue to sit, waiting for him to prove me wrong.
Do something.
Yeah, there's a couple of names in the playoffs that I think, I don't see the championship going your way, but that's as far as my prediction can go.
In my comment section all you want, but when there were 2 laps to go in Nashville, he was in 14th place. He did not deserve to win that race, but lest we forget, this is what he does best. Joey Logano, while a great race car driver in his own right, has built a career on turning things up at the right time. Beating the Big 3 in 2018.
I was going to say, whenever I've watched him win, he's just come out of nowhere from, like, the back of the grid. Like, he wasn't even a contender for the race, and then suddenly he's at the front.
Who would have thought
Suarez?
that of the Trackhouse tandem, it would be Danny Suarez making it in, while the world around
Again, don't see it happening.
must be nice, but now it's time to lock back in. 3 consecutive top 10s is a start, but in pursuit of the championship, it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. See, I knew I was talking about something, right? Cindric.
Besides that kind of fluky win in St. Louis, Austin Cindric has proven me right in just about every way. Constantly underperforming, trailing his teammates in the points, way below the top 16, the dude just doesn't have it. But oh my god, I can't hate him. No matter what happens the next 10 weeks, this goofy, interviewing, lip-syncing, tuba-tootin' dude will always have a spot in my heart. And hey, I'd much rather have this Austin in the playoffs than the other one.
Not Austin Dillon. Dylan, I've got trauma.
Line getting ready to drive a go-kart, a time that should be reserved for jubilation, I was glued to my phone screen and terrified. Despite all of the evidence saying that he shouldn't have even come close, there he was, Kyle Busch in second place on fresher tires with only a handful of laps to go. I thought I'd have to scrap the whole intro,
I honestly thought it was going to be a Kyle Busch win.
the last laugh after all. But then,
Chase Briscoe wins the
Briscoe somehow got into the playoffs.
remember when I had a manic episode over the 32nd place car making the playoffs? I put it akin to last year's Detroit Pistons, a team that lost 5 times more games than they won, making the NBA playoffs. Utterly inconceivable, a feat that shouldn't be possible to begin with. But at least thanks to NASCAR's ruling, I could rest easy, knowing that all was right and justice had been served. But then Harrison Burton came in and
I was going to say, somehow, this man is in the playoffs. The last, 4 names we've given here, I don't have faith in any of them to win. Who was that? Suarez, Cindric, Briscoe, Burton. None of them.
the Wood brothers their long-awaited 100th win. But that's just it. That's what we should be talking about. The win, not the yellow windshield banner that comes with it. I defy you to convince me that this isn't the easiest first-round bounce ever, which as far as I'm concerned just makes it a waste of a spot. One that could have gone to Buescher or Wallace or Chastain or literally anyone more.
Chastain. It should have gone to Chastain. Are you kidding?
This is more what I envisioned last year. More like the Ty Gibbs we saw in the Xfinity series. Not shocking the world, but still
I know how everybody feels about him.
that I could have sworn he'd have at least one win by now. Note to self, take care of your tires like you're taking care of your disciples. Hey, if it's any consolation to all 3 of the Ty Gibbs fans watching, he's still running pretty good. If recent results are an indicator, he should make some serious noise. Hopefully on the track, not in his interviews. The same cannot be said.
Yeah, I feel like Ty Gibbs will probably make it quite far, but not win it.
Unfamiliar territory, dead last in playoff seeding. How did we get here, you
Truex Jr., man's just trying to retire.
qualifying results fool you. Martin Truex is about as far from contention as he's ever been. He doesn't have the cars, he doesn't have the crew, he certainly doesn't have the crew chief, and you know what? I'm just gonna say it. Ever since he announced his retirement, he has not been the same driver. And the worst part, every time
It's like he's just ready to get off the track.
Rival Tyler Reddick will flip the script in Vegas to secure his first trip to Phoenix. Then, please God, please let me be right about this, an already eliminated Martin Truex will take his final checkered flag fittingly in Miami. And lastly, Larson will take yet another grandfather clock to once again punch his ticket. Joining him, much like last year, will be by...
I was going to say, if I was going to be sure on any driver being in the Final Four, it would be Larson. That's not me being biased because he's one of my favourites. He's just up the top anyway, so it makes sense.
Ready, I'm going to be riding this for the next 30 years. Happy playoffs.
Happy playoffs. Well, it was interesting. Obviously gave me all the drivers that are in the playoffs, which is great. But there's like a couple names in the playoffs that I'm, like I said during the video, don't think we'll make it very far. Final four, couldn't tell you. I think I said in, I think I did one previous video on the playoffs, and I said I'd definitely put Larson up there, and I'd probably, just to be safe, I'd say Blaney, because he obviously got the championship last year, so it makes sense for me to put him there. But then as for the final other two spots, in like the Final Four, no clue. Who I think is going to win it, no clue. Where everybody else is going to end up, guess what, no clue. But I'm excited though. I feel like that makes it even more exciting when you have no idea, especially like, of course I have no idea because it's my first season in NASCAR. So getting into the playoffs now and being able to watch the like last 10 races and get up to the final bit of the championship is very exciting for me. So I'm looking forward to the next couple of races to see where the championship is going to go. A race this weekend, along with, I think it's the last IndyCar race this weekend as well. And then F1 is also on, so I'm going to be doing like 4 streams again this weekend. I'm hoping that my laptop doesn't crash on me and like last weekend, and we can watch the streams. But yeah, I'm looking forward to those, and I enjoyed that video. So with that being said, if you have any other videos that you'd like me to react to, drop them in the comments. I'm working my way through everybody's suggestions at the moment. If you did want to check out any of my other socials or become a Patreon member and get early access to videos like this, then you can do all of that down below. And if you want to become a member on this channel and receive exclusive perks, you can also do that by hitting the join button down below. But I hope you enjoyed today's reaction, and I will catch you next time for the next one. Bye.